โยสวัสดีครับอยู่กับลูแม็กอีกเช่นเคยนะครับจากช่อง Unclemac Style นะครับวันนี้ลูแม็กแต่งตัวใส่เป็นเสื้อสูทนะฮะวันนี้ก็จะมาทำ vlog content นะครับเรียกได้ว่าเป็นเจอร์นี่เลยแล้วกันนะฮะก็วันนี้เปลี่ยนบรรยากาศนิดนึงเราอาจจะไม่ได้โฟกัสพวกของที่เป็นแบบแนววินเทจแต่ว่าก็ยังอยู่ในหมวดหมู่ของ classic menswear นะครับก็จะเป็นแนวสูทบ้างจากที่ลูแม็กชอบใส่สูทอยู่แล้วนะครับก็เลยอยากจะพาเพื่อนๆมารู้จักกับร้านสูทเจ้าหนึ่งนะครับที่เรียกได้ว่าเป็น hidden gemนะครับบอกเลยว่าลุงมีโอกาสค้นพบนะครับเป็นช่างตัดสูทจากสิงคโปร์นะครับแกไม่ใช่คนไทยนะแล้วก็มีโอกาสมาเปิดร้านที่กรุงเทพนะในละแวกโซนสาทรมาลองดูงานเขาบ้างนะครับในช่วงปีที่ผ่านมาเนี่ยแหละแล้วรู้สึกว่าเฮ้ยงานเขาใช้ได้เลยครับฝีมือนี่แบบเหมือนเป็นยอดฝีมือเลยรู้สึกว่าเขาตั้งใจทำงานมากๆแล้วก็เหมือนมีโอกาสไปเรียนที่แบบเมืองนอกที่อิตาลีมานะครับแล้วก็มีแพชชั่นในการตัดสูทค่อนข้างจะแรงสูงมากๆเลยแกมาเปิดร้านตรงนี้แล้วก็เดี๋ยวยังไงวันนี้ลุงแม็กจะมาลองตัดสูทให้ดูนะครับทำเป็นเจอร์นี่คลิปเลยนะครับก็อาจจะตั้งแต่เริ่มต้นจนถึงแบบรับสูตรว่าเป็นยังไงบ้างนะครับตอนนี้เราอยู่ที่เหมือนเป็นเวิร์กช็อปของเขาแล้วแหละนะครับอยู่ข้างบนเดี๋ยวไงลุงแม็กพาไปดูบรรยากาศละกันนะครับทุกคนรู้ไหมถึงหน้าร้านเวิร์กช็อปของร้าน The Cutting Room แล้วนะครับเป็นร้านช่างตัดสูทชาวสิงคโปร์นะครับนี่ให้ดูก่อนดูดีมากเลยอ่ะโหดูหรูหราอลังการดูสิใหญ่โตนะครับเดี๋ยวแม่พาไปดูข้างในว่าเขาทำงานกันยังไงบ้างนะครับผมไปดูกันนี่นะครับอยู่ในเวิร์กช็อปแล้วนะครับสตูดิโอนะฮะของทางคุณอเล็กซานเดอร์แล้วก็คุณนิกนี่อยู่หลังนี้ฮะ ทำงานอย่างขมักเขม้นเลยดูสิลองไปดูบรรยากาศแล้วก็เดี๋ยวพูดคุยกับทางพวกแกกันนะครับนี่ทุกคนเข้ามาปุ๊บเจอรูปภาพเลยดูสินะนี่ร้านตัดสูทแต่ว่ามีรูปภาพเห็นผมมีโอกาสคุยกับทางคุณอเล็กซ์ที่เป็นเจ้าของนะฮะแกแบบเหมือนเป็นเพนเตอร์ด้วยแกเป็นอาร์ติสต์นะครับก็คือวาดรูปพวกนี้เองหมดเลยแล้วก็นี่เหมือนเป็นผลงานศิลปะเนาะทั้งรูปภาพนี้แล้วก็กางเกงนี้ด้วยนะครับนี่ก็เป็นเหมือนเป็นงานคราฟต์แมนเนาะคราฟต์แมนชิพงานอาร์ตนะครับกางเกงตัดสูทนะเดี๋ยวไปดูโลกของการตัดสูตรกันนะครับนี่ครับคุณนิกกับคุณอเล็กซ์นะครับคุณอเล็กซ์ครับ say hi to camera ครับ นี่เป็นคุณอเล็กซ์นะครับเป็นเจ้าของนะฮะชื่อเต็มเป็นคุณอเล็กซานเดอร์แล้วก็ทางทีมงานก็จะเป็นคุณนิกนะครับคุณนิกโอเคเดี๋ยวไปคุยกับพวกแกกันดีกว่าว่า process เนี่ยเป็นยังไงบ้างในการตัดสูตร Bespoke ตัวหนึ่งนะครับอันนี้ครับทุกคนครับแม็กอยู่กับคุณอเล็กซ์นะครับเจ้าของร้านนะครับผมเดี๋ยวยังไงต้องเทิร์นเป็นภาษาอังกฤษเป็น speak English นะครับเซสชันนี้นะฮะหรือแม้จะพยายามนะครับคุณอเล็กซ์
Yes
I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit
Okay
yeah
สวัสดีครับ ผมชื่ออเล็กซานเดอร์อินดี้ที่ได้รู้จัก
โอเคgood Thai
Thank you
Alex yeah I see you paint this thing right
Yes.
This kind of picture. Yeah, I'll let you share some story before we going to talk about like your suit Tailor.
Sure.
Yeah.
The works, the artwork I do this one. I do it during a phase where I was going through burnout because tailoring is very Tailoring is labor intensive. So this painting is an inspiration where I got when I was feeling burnout, and it looks to showcase a certain element of superficiality in the society. Because if you ask, I've asked a lot of people, even yourself, what does it look like? You see, so most people would say, "Oh, this guy look like he's dancing." Yeah, he's wearing a nice suit, nice yellow suit. He's dancing, but in fact, actually, the title of this artwork is called Surrender.
Surrender.
Yeah, Surrender. So we can look at this from two angles. One being that we can dress well, we can do many things in life, but at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these things are material that we have to surrender. And the second perspective is that most of the people would think that he's dancing because of the way he's dressed.
Yeah.
But let's say if this guy is wearing a t-shirt, maybe shorts, it will be very obvious that, oh, he looks like he's surrendering. Some say surrender to the police.
Yeah.
So it reflects a certain idea that how the way we dress, it can create an impression that lets people decide how they want to see us. So which enforces the idea that how impression is so important, especially the first impression.
Yeah.
So that is what this artwork serves to portray.
Okay. Oh, nice. As I mentioned to the audience, you are like kind of artist, and also like tailoring
It's
artwork
art.
also, right?
It's art in many forms.
It's an art form.
Yeah, you have the cutting. So cutting itself, I call it actually tailoring. It's a journey of three elements: art, science, and the man himself.
I see.
So art is where we do the pattern, the cutting, the what you call the design.
Yeah.
The design, the pattern making to understand the body. And the science is the engineering behind it to put the pattern into 3D and make it the product.
I see.
And finally, the man himself, when the man wears the jacket, how does he feel? Does he have the confidence to portray, to carry the product that we have made for him?
I see.
So three elements in our journey.
Okay.
Well, our space, we keep it very simple. The most important element in this space is peace. Because we need a peaceful environment to do the work we do here. Noise, music, all this, too much noise, it doesn't contribute to the quality that we produce. So like you can see Nick's is over there, is padding a collar. And more importantly, we want to keep this space not too crowded. Yeah, so this table here is the table for Nick's and our apprentice to do the work, and this is my cutting table. So you can see outside even this is actually a very peaceful place, which
I see it. Very
it
nice.
fulfills the most important element of peace. And most importantly is that we come in every day, we look forward to doing work, and we are happy.
I see.
Because if we're not happy, we cannot produce good work. That is for sure.
Okay, Kun Alex, and can you please share to us a little bit about your background in terms of like the tailor? How did you decide to become a tailor? Yeah.
How did I decide to become a tailor? That is very interesting because I never thought I would become a tailor when I was younger. Because my mother, she's a seamstress. So my mother, she does the garment making business back in the days. So you can see from this photo. This is the workshop.
Is this your home?
No, this is my mother's shop in the industrial area. That in the first photo, that's during the 1980s.
Back in 80. And
Yeah.
is this like the same
This is the
location?
same unit, same location. So in 2021, back in Singapore, I took over the unit and I transformed it because I believe that the way we are doing it in Singapore, we should start to offer our services and value to clients directly. So the B2B mainly, we used to tailor like shirts making for other tailors. So, but it's a very competitive segment of the market in Singapore because we are looking at strong competition from neighboring countries.
I see.
And rising costs. So when I finished my military obligations in Singapore, where all the men have to do 2 years, I wanted to help my mother to see how I can set foot in the business and transform it. And after some time, I realized that it's very hard to convince the previous generation.
I see.
Because usually when you're a second generation, third generation, you realize that one of the biggest challenges is trying to introduce new ideas to your predecessors. So I faced the same problem, which is why I decided to take matters in my own hand to create a brand, which is the cutting room. It was also during that time I started learning jacket cutting from my uncle. And so I started learning around 24 years old. So this year I'll be 35.
Okay.
And
10 years, around 10 years.
The journey has been 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I find that I was reading a lot of magazines, and I find that the standard I was learning at that time seems to have hit the ceiling. It's not what I see in the magazines. So out of impulse, I challenge myself to fly overseas. The first thing I do, I just buy a ticket to London because I have a friend there. So he was kind enough to let me stay with him while I go door knocking to look for a master.
So you start like you first start in UK, London,
UK, yes.
and then like move to Italy.
No, I moved back to Singapore to work because I ran out of money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so after working for about 10 months, then I go to Italy.
I see.
And same thing, then I ran out of money again, then I come back to work and you know that 2 years of lockdown happened and I just launched the cutting room in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, so because when you do apprenticeship, when I did my apprenticeship overseas, there's no salary, so I have to consider my budget.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, and Alex, I saw your work here in this workshop.
Yes.
It's really nice, very like
Thank you.
good pieces of artwork, and I like the suit. And to let the audience know, like, how would you describe your cut, like your house cut style? Yeah.
So our style is very simple. We focus on one word, which is balance. What do we mean by balance? We are looking at the whole ratio from the shoulders. Let's say for jacket, even we talk about jacket or trousers separately, but we are still looking at them as a whole from the shoulders down to the legs. So the question is, do we do slim cut? Do we do baggy cut? The answer is we don't do any of those because every cut we do depends on the wearer itself. So for example, we can look at Nick's here. Nick's, you can see he's very muscular.
Yeah.
He's very muscular. But you can see when he buttons up his suit. Yeah, it's actually not tight. There's enough room, you know, and it caters to his very muscular chest. And whereas for my case, in this sense, I don't have a big chest like him. Yeah. So, but you can still see my silhouette here. You have a nice silhouette. The balance is not over the top because this thing, it comes back down all the way to my feet.
Very nice.
Yeah, and from even though you can see the silhouette, it's actually there's still enough room. So the important thing is with balance, we want to create something that's relaxed. So to go back to the question where what is our house style? Our house style simply revolves around the idea of balance. Because everyone have different body. There's so many different styles of body, and this couple of years, more people are dependent on technology, and you're seeing a lot more of forward shoulders hunching at the back because of technology. And with the transformation of body trends, we need to figure out and observe and redefine what does balance means to us. But like the body is always changing, our house cut will transform from time to time, but still with the idea of balance in mind.
But you consider your suit as an Italian
yes,
suit, right?
I started in the UK learning first, but actually the style that impacted me the most is Italian. My master. I like to honor one of my masters here, Miss Adriana.
Yes. So โอเคครับนี่คือเป็นอาจารย์ของทางคุณอเล็กซ์เขานะครับผมก็เรียนที่อิตาลีเนาะ
So I learned a lot from her, and she's very nice. She took care of me when I was in Naples, and I was staying with her family, and that's how my understanding of the Naples style of jacket started. And I am forever grateful to her because from there that is the entrance for me to step in and explore more. Yeah, so if you ask about the style, I actually love the Italian style. But the way we do it actually, the part of the making, like the canvassing, what goes inside, over the years I have come to sort of combine a bit, not pure Italian. Aesthetics wise, it's still largely Italian. But the making, there's a bit of the English element.
I see.
Yeah, so a bit of a fusion between Italian and English.
Okay.
Yeah, on the outside it's largely Italian.
Okay, so you combine between like Italian and English style.
Outside Italian, inside a little bit of English and Italian.
I see. Oh, yeah, and you talk about like Nick a jacket.
Yes.
Yeah, this one I love it. I'll turn it to Thai. เนี่ยเพื่อนๆครับปกติแล้วเวลาลุงแม็กใส่สูทใช่ไหมลุงแม็กเห็นแบบเวลาใส่สูทปุ๊บเนี่ยคนที่แบบมีกล้ามหน้าอกแบบคุณนิกเนี่ยดูสิก านก็ใหญ่มากเนี่ย กระดานเบนช์เพรสน่าจะประมาณ100 kg right
100 kg
for the bench press
somewhere.
oh the pectoral muscle wow very huge and there is no pop up here yeah นี่มันคือดูครับคือมัน
So this is what
สวยมาก
Alexander said is the balance. Yeah.
นะครับเนี่ยมันมีความแบบนะมีความคลีนแล้วก็มันไม่มีการป๊อปอัพตรงนี้เลยเพราะว่าเขาจะมีเทคนิคในการใส่พวกหางม้าข้างในอะไรพวกคันวาสนะครับผมก็คือทุกรายละเอียดตรงนี้ก็คือต้องมีการวัดที่ค่อนข้างจะแม่นยำนะครับแล้วก็ใช้สกิลค่อนข้างจะแม่นยำแล้วก็ฝึกฝนมานานนะครับทำให้มันเกิดอะไรอย่างนี้ได้ซึ่งมันยากนะจริงๆนะครับแล้วก็ข้างหลังแบบคลีนหมดเลยนะครับก็จริงๆตัวนี้ก็ทำโดยทางคุณอเล็กซ์นะฮะแกเป็นคนสร้างสูตรนี้ขึ้นมานะครับผมสวยมากโอ้โหนะครับ very cool handsome
Done by the cutting room by Alexander.
The chest by Nix.
ทุกคนครับก็เดี๋ยวมาดูต่อเนาะเดินมาดูต่อก็จริงๆมันจะมีแผนกเลือกตัวผ้าด้วยเนาะนะครับก็ที่นี่ก็มีหมดเลยนะครับผ้าดังๆผ้าอิตาลีผ้าแบบพวกอังกฤษอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะครับเดี๋ยวให้ทางคุณอเล็กซ์เล่าให้ฟังสั้นๆแล้วกันเนาะเกี่ยวกับผ้านะครับคุณอเล็กซ์ can you please share us a little bit about the fabric here
So fabrics here, we work mainly with European fabrics, Italian and English. The brands Dan Even, Loro Piana, Holland and Sherry. These are actually most prominent tailors. They carry them as well.
I see.
So maybe what I can share is what are my favorites to work with. So one of my favorites is actually the Loro Piana, the Sopra Visto.
Favorite one.
Yes, I personally collect fabric from this range. The virgin wool going at 340 grams. So 340 grams virgin wool is with an open weave. I think doing this in half lining is so beautiful because firstly the colors, there are some colors there that really sits well with my palate and taste buds. And the result after I've made it into a jacket, there's a natural sort of bounciness to it. You know, there's sort of five to twist and
the high twist fabric right
yes,
open weave.
It's an open weave and
good for Thailand
I think the high twist comes from the fact that this is the virgin wool quality. And the result is gonna be well-rounded, very clean. So I have done a couple of suits and jackets in this, and the result has always impressed me.
I see okay
That's my favorite. Okay,
okay
so
let's move to your like office right here
yes,
your working desk
my work table. So these are generally some of the tools I work with. The raw materials are here, the fabrics, canvas. We use Italian canvas, and all the work we do here are strictly canvas only. For this is a half moon. It's what the old Italian tailors they used to do the canvassing, the collar. It's a very practical tool, but also very heavy. And that's how they used to shape the canvas as well, because you can see there's a curve. It's called half moon because it's basically like a semi-sphere here. Yeah, this is
look heavy
yeah, this is pretty heavy.
how many kg for this half moon
I think this is about 5 kg.
5 kg
Yeah.
oh more easier for like Nick
Very easy for him.
easy for him
He take this with one thumb.
for this half moon it will be like equipment for like do some like the neck part and also like the canvas
The canvas, the shaping, and this is a more modern one. This is basically a hem. So it's a DIY hem. I made it myself because I needed something with a right shape and a nice contour and still sturdy.
I see
Yeah. So I use both of this, mostly this. And without this tool, it's actually very hard to make a jacket because there's nothing for me to prop out and create a contour.
Okay.
And the next, the very important thing here is
scissor
yes. This is a vintage
huge one
vintage Germany scissors, as you can see, Solingen, Germany. Yeah, my mother gave this to me.
wow
My mother gave me 2 scissors. So my mother gave me 2 scissors, both from Germany, and these are very important to me because I cut fabrics with this. And in fact, I like it so much. I have a tattoo of this on my arm. So I make sure they're constantly sharpened. And the next important thing, the iron.
Yes.
Yeah, iron work is an important process in making a jacket, trousers as well. So these 2 are very important to me because I work and use them at the same time. So this is a 2 kg. 2 kilograms I use for light work. I call it the handy iron. And this is the bigger boy. This is the what you call พี่ชาย
พี่ชาย
พี่ชาย น้องชาย 2 kg พี่ชาย5 kilo.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Heavy.
heavy.
Very heavy.
And I use this for heavier ironing, shaping of the canvas, and shaping for other parts where I need to manipulate some parts of the jacket, like the collar as well. So this is also very important. Chalk sharpener. This one, this is an ornament. I use it as a paperweight. Yeah, because I actually saw this in Yawarat. Yeah, I saw it and I decided to buy it because so I'm using it as a paperweight now.
Okay.
So all my tools here are pretty important. Because without them, basically, I have the skills, but without my tools, I am nothing.
Okay, thank you so much about to share us about these tools because it's hard for the real customer like us to see this kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it will be like hide in your back office.
Yes.
Okay, but you work here. Okay.
So one of the beautiful thing about the Italian style jackets is that the amount of handwork that goes into it, the artisanal value of the jacket is highly admirable. And we just have to respect that. So this I just made this recently. It's almost about to be finished. So I can show you an example. The jacket itself, even just taking it like this, you can see is much more relaxed because the padding is thin. You don't see a very stiff jacket. You know, all the way to the back. The way it falls, it's light and it's highly flexible. Yeah, because of the lightness, the light canvassing. So, but if you look at the closer details, looking on the details, so these are actually all hand stitching. Yeah, whereas these days, even for English jackets, you have a lot of this actually is done by machine, where the machine you flip inside out.
I see.
Yeah, but for us, we honor the tradition of the artisanal, the way the artisans used to do things, and we do it with the hand stitching. So that means all the way around here, all throughout the whole jacket. So one example is even here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the detail.
Yeah. So this is a half lining jacket.
Yes.
Half lining jacket. Typically, half lining jackets you see the taping, the ribbon taping, contrasting colors, right? So, but for us, we keep it invisible. We don't like to use ribbon because we still stitch it, close it by hand. And even for half lining, if you look at the inside, some half lining, if you see inside, you can see the shoulder pads. But for us, we keep it clean on the inside as well. So you don't see the fray, the threads all coming out. We make sure everything as clean as possible.
What about what makes Italian's style suit different from maybe UK, American, in your opinion? Yeah.
So on the most surface level, we look at the aesthetics. So UK generally, their cut has a little bit more pinch. In fact, the main idea that's been going around the internet is that Italian style is slimmer than the UK style. But we got to look at which part of Italy they're talking about. Is it if you look at Milan is more of the fashion side, right? Whereas this one is more of a tradition and style. And the padding in the English jackets tends to be a bit heavier. Yeah, even you can see on internet or Instagram, they use thicker padding.
Yes.
Which is why they always have a certain stiffer structure around the shoulders. The Italian jacket, thinner padding or sometimes maybe no padding depending on the preference of the client. But it generally looks more relaxed because the distance between the jacket shoulders and the body shoulders is reduced. It sits right on the shoulders without the presence of any thicker padding. So when you see a person wear Italian jacket, the shoulders always look very relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't see the person doing this. And in terms of silhouette, the movements, back south in Italy, the Neapolitan style, you have more freedom of movement because the way it's cut is designed to let you really be relaxed and move around. So even like for the jacket I'm wearing, I button it up. You can actually move around no ease. Some jackets, if you wear it, maybe you try to do this, your hands get stuck here, 45 degrees. But that means that there's certain restrictions that can be changed.
Okay.
Yeah. More importantly, when you wear a jacket, you should be able to move at ease, no restrictions at all. Very relaxed.
Relax.
Yeah, that's I think that's what the Italian style they carry best, which is to give you the freedom to move
I see. Okay.
and
Got
the
it.
opportunity to be relaxed.
Got it. The cutting room tailor, like what kind of offer that you offer to the client?
So we generally do two range of services, standard bespoke and bespoke by Alexander K.
What is the difference between these two?
So standard bespoke, we do it, we make the jacket, I cut the jacket, and then with help of Nick and my apprentice, we have an apprentice here, and then basically to sum it out, I do 65% of the work,
Okay.
and then Nick and the apprentice will help me with the 35%. And bespoke by Alexander K is basically I cut and do everything from scratch. So in terms of handwork, we are looking at 90% of the jacket will be done by handwork, whereas the standard bespoke, some parts like the lapels, we still use machine. Yeah, so the lapel joining, we use a machine. And whereas this is actually hand joint.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
can you tell the difference?
For me personally, I cannot tell.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very obvious, but because even when we do the machine, we do it very clean. Yeah, we make sure everything has to be done clean, so that even this is a standard bespoke.
I see.
We do it in the highest capacity of our skills.
So to summarize, like the standard bespoke program that it will be like the combining between you and also like Nick, your team, and also like use some machine.
Yes.
To do it, but if the bespoke by you only, like it will be like a 100% handmade, right?
Not exactly 100%. We're looking at 70% versus 90%.
Okay.
And the finishing, everything, we are very particular about the finishing. So even small details like this.
ก็แล้วแต่เพื่อนๆเลือกเลยนะครับว่าอยากจะตัดแบบไหนนะครับก็มีโปรแกรม2แบบให้เลือกเขาจะไม่ได้มีพวกแบบแนว MTM นะฮะก็คือจะเป็นbespoke เลยเป็น bespoke โปรแกรมก็คือ bespoke มันก็จะเป็นการแบบตัดสูตรแบบเรามาคุยกับช่างอะเนาะเรามาคุยเรื่องไลฟ์สไตล์จะเอาสูตรไปทำอะไรใช่ไหมฮะแล้วก็ให้ช่างเขาแบบลองแบบดูให้ช่างเขาลองแบบเหมือนแสดงแบบวิชั่นดูว่าเขาอะมองคุณแบบสไตล์เป็นยังไงเขาก็อาจจะแบบ create สไตล์ที่แบบเป็นสไตล์ของเขาอะนะครับแล้วก็ผสมกับสิ่งที่คุณต้องการนะครับก็จะออกมาเป็นสูตรที่คุณต้องการนะครับอันนี้คือความสนุกของการตัดสูตรเนาะผมชอบมากเลยเพราะว่าแต่ละเทเลอร์มันก็จะมีความแตกต่างมันจะไม่เหมือนกันเลยนะครับโอเคป่ะเดี๋ยวยังไงไปดูสเต็ปต่อไปดีกว่าว่าเป็นยังไงบ้างโอเคคุณอเล็กซ์I will give you some a little bit challenge because actually I'm the person who mostly like wear like the blazer, the suit during like the working days all the time. But I have many suit already, such as like the navy, the dark navy, the gray, cream, the linen. But as a tailor, can you please like dress up for me? Yeah,
I mean absolutely.
Would like to know your idea.
Okay.
Like my style. Like I love like vintage style.Combining with classic menswear maybe?
Yes, I have a confession. You see, before you come here, we already did our research. We do our homework, and so I know that your style, you like vintage, and I know from your social media you have a lot of checks jackets, which is why, and also solid colors, especially navy blue, which is why we already have formulated an idea, which is what if Unclemac, we dress Unclemac up in brown, we bring the brown to town.So we have the fabrics ready for you.
Okay.
So there's this particular design in Subiati. You have a lot of checks based on what I know, but I can visualize you in stripes.
ก็จริงๆมีโอกาสคุยกับคุณอเล็กซ์มาแต่ก่อนหน้านี้ครับก็คือแกบอกว่าแกดูรูปผมเยอะแล้วแบบเฮ้ยอยากแต่งตัวให้ตาแม็กจังเลยอะไรเงี้ยก็เลยเลือกเป็นตัวนี้ให้นะครับOh, very nice.
So most of the time you are dressed in contrasting colors. That means your jacket and trousers and your shirt are different color, nice pocket square. So the idea is, what if we introduce a different kind of a look where there is more consistency in the color palette. In other words, even with the trousers, we got cotton trousers in mind. This is a Brisbane moth. This is from UK, cotton from UK.
Okay.
Yeah. So because you wear a hat, and we always believe that in the cutting room, we always believe less is more. So this is the idea that we have for you.
I see. This one.
In terms of jacket and trousers.
อันนี้จะเป็นแจ็คเก็ตนะครับ
เป็นเบลเซอร์เนอะแล้วก็จะเป็นกางเกงเป็นสีน้ำตาลเป็นเหมือนเป็นโทนแบบสีน้ำตาลหมดเลยนะฮะก็แกบอกว่าเห็นผมชอบใส่หมวกปานามาแฮทอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็แบบผิวสีขาวๆหน่อยก็เอาสีพวกน้ำตาลเนี่ยมาตัดก็จะสวยดีนะครับผมโอ้ very nice
And with these two color combination, it gives you more opportunity to bring the flair with your hat, your pocket squares, your shirt. Yeah, so we can give you a retro look, not just vintage but retro, classical retro.
I see so the bunch is Sopiati
Sopiati.
wool silk linen
Wool
bunch
silk linen.
and then this one is like the Brisbane moss
Brisbane moss. Yeah.
UK
So
and
one fun fact is that actually this book is discontinued.
oh really
Yeah. So a lot of fabric you don't get it anymore.
I see oh nice very nice okay and what about like the step when I choose or maybe like your client
Yes.
choose the fabric and then what we are going to do
So we proceed to the measurements.
okay
And after the measurements, we ask the client if he has the time because like today sometimes it's raining, right? Maybe he has another hour to spare. So after the measurement, we will ask and we will offer to do the live pattern development for the client to see.
oh okay
So the client will get to see his pattern being cut on the spot.
I see
Because making a suit is not just about us. It's us working together with the client.
I see
So even if the client at any time he have free time, he wants to see me making his jacket. Yeah, we can arrange. He just come by, bring a cup of coffee, and then he can enjoy how we are making his jacket. So like a live show.
okay nice okay okay I will show like some footage
Sure.
to the audience that okay you can like measure my body and then like I will see you like the live session of the drawing like the pattern right okay,
ได้ครับ
okay nice ครับทุกคนครับก็นี่ครับเป็นร้าน The Cutting Room ของทางคุณอเล็กซ์นะครับผมก็เดี๋ยวยังไงเนี่ยลุงแม็กจะใส่พวกฟุตเทจให้ดูนะว่าเขาจะทำพวกเหมือนเป็นไลฟ์เลยครับเพื่อนๆเป็นไลฟ์แบบทำแพทเทิร์นเหมือนเขียนขึ้นมาแล้วตัดออกมาครับเหมือนเป็นแพทเทิร์นที่ก่อนที่จะมาเป็นสูตรใส่ผ้าเข้าไปอย่างเงี้ยเย็บผ้าก็มันจะเป็นกระดาษก่อนนะครับอย่างเงี้ยเนี่ยเป็นกระดาษอย่างเงี้ยเดี๋ยวผมจะให้คุณอเล็กซ์เขาตัดให้ดูเลยนะครับเป็นไลฟ์เซสชั่นเลยแล้วก็เดี๋ยวอาจจะวัดตัวนะครับแล้วเดี๋ยวยังไงรอบหน้านะฮะก็เดี๋ยวมาดูพวกฟิตติ้งอะไรกันว่าเป็นยังไงบ้างนะครับก็วันนี้เดี๋ยวไปก่อนประมาณนี้